You are now tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. You are now tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. Goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful.
Holla at us next week, man.
No doubt, man, and definitely shout out to the family, liberationmindedmedia.net. That is Black Eye Stand, Do the Knowledge Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin. Oh, and don't forget to share the show, man. If you check it out today, or if you check it out next week, or if you check it out in 1,000 years, and if you are that motherfucker that digs us up in 1,000 years, you are the most phenomenal individual to ever walk the galaxy for digging up this greatness and still share our shit, man. Shout out to you. Don't forget to check out the websites, embroshell.com, designsbymonet.com, and myskinismysin.net.
Accommodation, just to calm the nation before we load the guns. Cause what we Nah, we ain't coming in peace. We coming with peace. That young boy, rest in peace. Let's see the rest in peace. Let's do it today. St. Louis, let's have a fiasco. Make every cop in the loop pay. Nah, that attack scary. Cause now the iPhone's popping. Don't care if they get a Blackberry. Get a black power. Cause it's hereditary. This is February. Peace can't stop.
I feel the blood of the leaves. I heard my mother cry.
What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned into My Skin is My Sin on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only have one rule, and that's be respectful. Shout out to you. Shout out to your family. I hope you're having a good day, and if not, let's try to make that shit a little bit better. And if you're having a good day, let's turn it into a great one. We got the plug in the building. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's good, man? You know, just chilling, trying to get back in this. Like I got like 17 things open. So I got the iPad going, I got my phone going, I got the PC going, and I think we good. No echo. Shout out to whoever that is on YouTube checking us out. Salute to you. I hope you're having a dope ass fucking Friday. Oh, and before we do anything or say anything further, man, this is not for your children. You know, just gonna let you know right now. So if you got some kids and you oh damn, I spelled live wrong. But you definitely don't want it. Yeah, it's like liver and shit. But anyway, we got the disclaimer out the way, man. What's poppin'?
Man, ain't shit, bro. Same old, man. No, I'm blessed. So, good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, status quo. It'd be nice if some things could change, if I had a magic fucking wand and shit. And shout out to Mark Hill, man. And we definitely want to get off into some topics because I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole 2 hours tonight because I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, bro, listen, I'm not sure I'm down for 2 hours either, yo, so that's perfect.
Yeah, we might squeeze an hour in.
Yeah, I got some things I'm trying to do.
I got some things I'm trying to do. I ain't mad at you. Shout out to Calmed Up in the building.
Yeah, shout out Calmed Up, man.
Oh, and let me put the number up because I finally got the blog talk where I can live stream it without the echo. And so we can take as many callers as we want to.
Dope. That's dope.
That is dope. And the number is 347-855-8692. And typically we don't jump in this shit for the first 15 minutes, but since we're not going to be on for a whole 2 hours, let me see.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get right into it, man.
Daniel Woods, man. Daniel Woods, it's just terrible. This country should be fucking ashamed of itself. Everything it stands for. In a case and scenario in which you can have people who are clear, were proven guilty, you know what I'm saying, get pardoned from jail, and a man who was completely innocent get executed. Like, is like literally it's like Bizarro world. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only type of place like some shit like that will happen.
Yeah, man, and rest in peace to that king.
Yeah, they killed that man for no reason. because it was two cops who got it, because it was some cops who got killed, attached to it. And well, nothing was really about. And it's Alabama. Like if somebody go in there and say, yo, I pulled the trigger, I did everything, this other person had nothing to do with it, he's completely innocent, and you keep that man in jail and kill him anyway. It's terrible, bro.
It's fucked up, man. And what they're doing is they're telling black folks, now are you not only a criminal for the mere fact that you black, but if somebody you happen to be in the vicinity of does some fucked up shit that had absolutely nothing to do with you, it's your fault too.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's nauseating, bro. And then that fucking governor of Alabama had and I don't know what the law was. It was something about health and something that had to do with, the right to life. Next fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
Carm, and we got a question in the inbox. I mean, not the inbox, but on YouTube. Y'all believe he didn't deserve jail time? Just asking. What I believe is that man had, from what I know, he was just there.
Right.
And the other dude took it upon himself to turn a misdemeanor into shooting 4 police officers. I know people that have went to prison for not doing anything but being in the vicinity of somebody who decided to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, he had a deal on the table that his lawyers basically lied to him, or they gave him a guarantee. Basically, you're going to get off. Don't worry about it. Don't take the deal. Blase splee. Which he should not have to bargain for his life for simply existing and being in the wrong spot.
Right. Even if it was a matter of he did time, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? But to execute the man, that's bullshit, man. It's complete bullshit.
Now, and what the cat the brother that did do the crime said was, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, but that the police were beating him up, and he shot them because he was beating them up.
Mm.
And irregardless, he was willing to. He took it on the chin. Look, this is what I did. He had nothing to do with that. So, with that right there, that's enough. Why is that not enough? When the person who actually committed the crime is saying, I did it, he had nothing to do with it.
But
and I'm not gonna, see that I don't want to, so in my eyes he did nothing wrong. The man didn't deserve to die. If he was guilty of anything, from what we know, it was bad decision making. But let's not act like most of us have not been in ugly situations we probably shouldn't have been in. And I'm not sure what you mean when she asking why did he go back in the house. That part I'm unaware of, so enlighten me on that one. But yes, Markel, it definitely has been a tough week. It's been a tough 2020. 2020 has just been. And you know what? I'll say 2020 is starting off like 2019. I won't even say it's been any worse. Shit just keeps continuing to happen. And we do the same shit, it be the same response every time. That's fucked up. Somebody get some T-shirts, or blase split, whatever the case is. But our response and their actions are all the same every time. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to change because it's working for them. I'm just saying at some point we need to change our responses. You know, that's just my 2 cents on that one. Yeah, you know, like I'm tired. I'm really tired of us having these shows. You know, and the show is not completely about Nathaniel Woods, but it's. We all know a Nathaniel Woods or a situation where a brother got murdered or executed when he shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I mean, like, dude ran from the police in the house when they had a warrant, and this is what she's telling me. He had a warrant and was outside when the cops came to arrest him. He ran and went back in the house, and then the cops were shot. I mean, again, like, I don't think that this cat is just going to, like, I don't think he anticipated his boy popping off, if that's the case. If that's how it went down, that's how it went down. Whatever the case was, I don't think he anticipated his boy shooting police officers. I just don't. You know? And why shouldn't we give that brother the benefit of the doubt? Why shouldn't we believe the other brother that said, I did it, he didn't, he had nothing to do with it? Why is that statement right?
In any other scenario, yeah.
You know, why is that not enough? Because you're going to have, you know, people are going to ask those questions. But my question is, if Nathaniel Woods was Becky Hilfiger, we wouldn't know who Becky Hilfiger was. Because that other dude taking it on the chin would have been sufficient. They wouldn't have asked no more questions. Go home. Sorry, we interrupted your life. Are you okay? You know, like we inherently us asking that question is saying, well, we don't trust the word of one of our brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how many niggas you know is gonna take the fall for three? He shot 4 police officers and murdered 3, killed whatever the case may be. They died as a result of that interaction, and he was the complainant. Or the defendant, rather. You know, it just not too many people are going to take the fall for that on the chin by themselves. So I do want to say salute to that man for being honest about the situation. And for apparently being a stand-up guy. I'm not saying salute to that man for shooting 4 police officers. Let me say that again. I am not saying salute to that man for shooting 4 police officers. I wasn't there. I don't know the situation. But every cop shooting is not a good shooting, and we're all fully aware of that. I'm suspicious. Anyway. What do y'all think? I'm curious, Marilyn, Markel. If y'all still checking it out, what do y'all think? You know, what should the response be? Carm Dub, what should the response be? How do we prevent another Nathaniel Woods in any state? You know, that would be my goal to anyone that tunes in thereafter this show. How do we respond? And please be diplomatic. I would prefer to keep my Facebook page if that's cool with y'all. The Kim and Barbie killers. I don't remember the Kim and Barbie killers. The girl technically didn't kill anyone, but her husband did. Okay, but yeah, well, she took a plea and was released. Yeah, wow, she watched and recorded the killings and rapes. Eesh. Like you should not like in that particular like that scenario. You're an active participant. No, you might not have physically done the killing, but you enjoying that shit. You know, you were an active participant in the planning of that. I'm pretty sure her husband didn't just one day show up with a dead body and be like, "Hey, sweetie, look." You know, I'm assuming that there was conversations prior to on how they can get away with type of shit like that. Like his case is completely different. His case is like, and this has happened to brothers over the years. Let's say me and Rome riding to the store. Rome driving. I get out. I'll be right back. I go in there. I rob the store. I get back in the car with Rome. I don't tell Rome shit. You know who's gonna get arrested and charged for robbing that store? Both of us.
But
you know, and unless I was to say, hey, and clearly that may or may not work either, because I could be like, look, he didn't have nothing to do with it. I didn't tell him, and they would still arrest. They would still screw him.
that's a fact.
Yeah, it's the same shit. You know, unfortunately, this man lost his life. That's unfucking acceptable, man.
But
You know, and my bad, bro. I ain't mean to, go on a rant or no shit like that. But it just bothers me, bro. You know, and
yeah, as it should. As it should, man.
wow, this case is ridiculous. That's a whole other case right there, Carm Dub. Let me ask you this too, and again, rest in peace to Nathaniel Woods. But the coronavirus, do you think that this is just hype?
I think it's warfare.
On whose part, though?
I mean, the United States got a lot of enemies, bro.
You say United States what?
Has a lot of enemies.
That is true, but I mean, it didn't start in the U.S. Like China is taking the brunt. They taking a beating right now with with the coronavirus, but they've got 1 billion people. Like I would think that if it was some biological warfare type shit, I would think that would have actually been coming from us towards China, which I still wouldn't doubt.
The thing about the coronavirus is it's not new. Like it's not a new virus. This isn't some brand new shit they don't know about.
And that may be true too, but it's here. And what people like to do is they like to minimize it by saying, well, more people die of X or more people die of Y. But if you have been actually keeping up with the numbers, like they don't just jump like 1 or 2 over the world. They're doubling in some areas.
Yeah.
Like we done had 14 deaths here in one state.
Yo, I mean, like the Earth has a way of reminding you that you ain't shit. Random, mudslides and sometimes the Earth just opens up and swallows, 500 acres of land or for whatever reason. Like it's naturally cleaning itself, so it's just a part of it. Though. Like I just want to know the case. I want to know the ratio of coronavirus cases and black people, like how black people are contracting, or if black people are actually contracting the virus. That's what I want to see.
Well, all of those deaths in Washington, if I'm not mistaken, were at one nursing. Basically, a nursing home was the nucleus.
Yeah.
And one thing that it's highlighting in an unfortunate situation is the importance of nurses and doctors. Not that doctors don't get to shine. They get to shine, but nurses don't really get to shine. We underpaid and overworked. And I'm hoping that this will highlight that aspect to some extent. But this country is not prepared by any stretch of the imagination to actually deal with a legitimate pandemic, where it is every state, not necessarily there everybody got it, but every state got it in some significant numbers. We're not prepared for that, bruh, at all. Now, that may be the intentional part right there. And that may be, people talk about population control. That may be what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. It's something, bro. Like it's definitely like I don't know. It could be viewed as a form of warfare. That is more than one string.
And it'll be something different in another couple of years until these geniuses screw us all. And that'd be the killing part. It's like if I can't have every ounce of land ever, nobody should be able to have it. See, I didn't know if that cruise ship had any actual cases or they were just being quarantined. Wow. Toilet paper and paper towels are all sold out in California.
Wow. Yo, what's up with California?
They've got like 5 cases out there.
Yo, you seen Cali pass that no arrest for shoplifting law? If niggas went and just looted all the stores. Yeah, it's that.
I did not know that.
Like masses of stores are just getting robbed, bro.
I mean, I can understand like they had good intentions, but they really didn't think that through right there.
Yeah, they didn't.
That's like wow. That's some dumb shit to even consider. Like I just don't get that one, bro. But like, what is it? Like the Dow has dropped 970 points since yesterday. China is our plug. Not only is China our plug, but they are a financier. So we are completely dependent on China, basically, for all our bread and our products. So even if it just affects China, it affects the rest of us.
Yeah, no question.
And that right there is you think that the actual virus itself is a problem. That right there is when Russia says, okay, these niggas is doomed. Let's get them out the way.
Right.
And I wouldn't and to be honest, man, I always thought that the preppers, the doomsday preppers, were fucking nutcases in most cases. Not everybody, but predominantly. But it's niggas out there that are so prepared and laughing at the rest of us. It's motherfuckers out there where, like, I remember going over, I won't say his name, but my man's crib, and dude had like a 50-gallon drum of fresh water in his living room. Whole escape plan on, like that's who I'll be hanging out with. Shit really hit the fan. I done already told him. Me and the family rocking with you. But it's got you thinking, like, if it's not, if it's not the coronavirus, it's the whatever virus coming next. And when is it going to affect your family? It worries you. Especially if you got kids. And people are going crazy because they know, like, at some point they may quarantine a whole fucking city. And then what? How do those people eat? How do they pay their rent, their lights, their gas? Because at this point, the orange guy in office is so fucking clueless. They making this shit so much worse. Like they've tested over 100,000 people in South Korea. We've tested here maybe like 1,000, if that. And I'm pretty sure there's, like Trump and all of his people have been tested, and they just don't say shit about it. I don't know why reporters haven't asked them that. Maybe you went to China. Maybe you brought that shit back. Then there were I want to say 14 people that were positive for the coronavirus that the CDC said they should not fly on a plane with anybody else. And the White House overruled them and had these niggas on the plane, and everybody else on the plane was negative.
Right.
And the people on the plane was like, all they put up was like a plastic barrier. And these geniuses didn't realize or didn't consider that we had to walk through the plastic barrier to get to the bathroom.
Right.
That's fucked up. You talk all this shit about being so tough on the border, but you knowingly let people back in the country, whether they citizens or not, man. Pay for whatever needs to be paid for, out of our tax money. I'm not saying shit on them or forget about them, but keep them niggas over there till they get fixed.
Or, like I said, North Korea is executing niggas. So until, like, I don't.
That doesn't help, though. That doesn't really help, man, because it's like trying to execute an idea. You can shoot a lot of motherfuckers, but you can never destroy it completely because you don't know who's got it next.
Right.
Although I get the, from a practical standpoint, I get it. If you look historically, like, that's probably happened a lot. As far as plagues and shit go like that. Like, some people, they opted to say, hey, no, bro, it's not happening. We got to get rid of you because you got that shit. It's a crude-ass way to say it, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it's affecting North Korea. What it doesn't appear to be affecting much of is Africa.
Yeah, see, that's just what I want to see. I want to see it. I think they said it was like 4 reported cases in the continent of Africa.
Right.
But they're not. But they're not reporting the races. You know what I mean? They're just reporting actual cases. They're not saying the white, 54-year-old white man.
And to touch base on that too, I saw somebody that was talking about how come they haven't named any names. Because they're not supposed to. Like, that's still people's personal health care information. So for them to name someone's name, and even after you die, you still have that same right. Like, they can't just publicly put your shit out there. Like, if you're a celebrity, that's different. Like, if Tom Cruise comes down with the coronavirus, probably going to be on TV. But Joe Blow, who ain't signed up for no celebrity shit, like, that's your personal health care information. So that part, I'm not really like, why they ain't saying. I understand it. It's just some of the other moves they made.
They said niggas who eat ass is immune to the coronavirus and shit. And built up immunity.
I bet, bro. Apparently, I'm done for then, man.
That's a fact. Hey, well, I'm healthy out in these streets.
You say you're gonna be out in the streets.
I said I'm healthy out in these streets.
Oh, but like, let's say you are, and everybody else around you got the coronavirus. You're not miserable?
No, I mean, why would I be miserable? I'm healthy.
Because everybody else got it. Like, so
Right.
so you'll be basically waiting to be the last person on Earth.
Nah, it'll be a vaccine, something by then. I ain't worried about that. Ain't no zombie apocalypse. These niggas coughing and shit.
It's a little bit more than that, but is that a thing that's possible, though? I think that the zombie apocalypse is actually possible.
The zombie apocalypse is already here, bro. It's already here. Opiate.
No. But they're not perpetually like that. Like, they can undo that. I mean, they're going to create some shit at some point that is going to have you literally the zombies. I mean, mentally, this country is already a bunch of zombies at this point now, anyway. But I'm talking about physically, where they literally have more control over your functions throughout the day. You don't do X, you'll end up like this, and we can guarantee it with the push of a button. Mm-hmm. Shit like that. Like, I honestly believe that. And I honestly believe there are some people on this planet that think that if it's just them and a few other people and then a bunch of robots, life will be better.
Yeah, nigga, wasn't that what was that name of the show, man? Lost in Space. Is that the plot for Lost in Space? Like,
is it the plot? Shit, it might be. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember the title, and I've seen it a couple of times. But geez, that was years ago. Last Train to Busan. It's about people getting the virus, and a pandemic breaks out. They turn into zombies. It's really scary. See, like that type of shit. Like, yes, I honestly believe. I wouldn't have believed that 5 years ago, but at this point, yes, I've always believed there were aliens. Wow, a South Korean horror film. That would be probably the most fucked up thing right there. Because then you would have to actively kill people that you know. And I don't want to have to do no shit like that. Like, cause somebody if there was like the zombie apocalypse, somebody is going to be a zombie.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that shit would just be, that's the shit I be thinking about. It's not more so about me, but about, the people I love and how would things affect them. And, man, I just had the most beautiful grandbaby in the world last year. And here come this type of bullshit. I don't need this energy in my life.
Yeah.
Right now, from my understanding, like, there haven't been any positive cases in Michigan or Cleveland, or Ohio rather. But in Ohio, they have like 212, I guess, tests pending. I haven't heard anything about Michigan, and right now, like, the West Coast is getting hit.
But
if it's a thing, that's where it started at, is in Washington. That's ground zero.
Yeah. Yeah, this nigga Trump, like, this nigga just freestyling.
Yeah, he's an idiot, bro.
Unimaginable numbers and shit. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Look when you think it can't get no dumber. The nigga finds a new level of even lower than that, even last one.
Yeah, he's an idiot, bro. Like, and to the fullest extent. And right now is not the time. Like, I guess senators are just pretty much like fuck the rest of y'all, and you know, even the Republicans. Like, we rich enough to buy our way out of anything, and I think that's pretty much their mindset. Fuck y'all, because you cannot. You can't think this dude is actually helpful to anything, especially with something of this magnitude. It's getting out of hand. Like even you can love all the policies in the world that this guy's got. I don't care, but it ain't gonna help your dumb ass if you get sick and die.
Yeah, I'm a laugh. I'm a laugh if he gets it. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, well, I don't, you know, just kind of from what I've seen. Well, for one thing, that really fucking bothered the fuck out of me was where that nursing home where all of those people did die of the coronavirus. They was interviewing they fucking family members outside that bitch.
Wow.
So you gonna tell me, and I did not hear one reporter ask any family member, did you get tested? Because I know the motherfuckers was going in and out of there. That's
right.
the shit that be bugging me. And then now they've canceled South by Southwest. That's crazy. They've canceled a couple of games in college basketball so far, which I don't understand that because they're still going to have March Madness. You know, that's not going to, and they definitely not going to do anything about, no, shit, my bad, man. I'm fucking scrolling through Facebook seeing silly shit, and I fucking lost my train of thought. But apparently, you know the dude with the ridiculously looking neck? You know what I'm talking about? The dude with the funny ass looking neck. That was like had a
no
meme
neck,
about
no
him.
neck nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, this nigga got he a rapper now.
Yeah, he with the white boy with the real long neck.
Are you serious?
Yo, real shit, yo.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they got videos together. They got a nigga with no neck and the white boy with the real long neck, and they rap back and forth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yo, oh. Totally off topic. But that Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich.
Oh, man.
The donut sandwich, bruh.
Bro, I'm not eating no fucking donut sandwich, bro.
I'm telling you, man. I am telling you, it is crack. Like, and I this. I forget exactly how I worded the post, but I had a little review of this shit. Like the donut to chicken patty or chicken sandwich, the meat ratio is trash. Like the donut is too big for it. And eating that motherfucker, man, I'm telling you, man, I felt like Spider-Man after eating that bitch. I probably could have just climbed up a wall using my hands. But when the donut and the meat hit together, pause. That shit is, oh my God. I'm not sure what they were smoking when they came up with that shit. But when you actually eat one of them motherfuckers, you're going to thank me. I guarantee you. Yes, it was that
delicious.
actually when the
Yeah, I feel like eating Popeye's chicken sandwich. Like, I'm just not enthused. Like, a donut chicken sandwich doesn't enthuse me, bro. Like, it just doesn't. But I mean, I get it though.
niggas eat chicken and waffles. What's the difference?
I don't really eat that shit either. I've had it before, but I don't really get that.
And like I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago was the first time I had chicken and waffles. Maybe a year ago, a couple of years ago. I always thought that shit was weird. And the fuck is you eating chicken and waffles together? That don't even sound right. Well, then I had that shit and it was delicious. So was this donut sandwich, bro. I'm telling you.
No, I can't do a donut sandwich, bro. That shit just sounds like an instant like stomach ache. Like, I don't know.
Wow, a lawyer in New York exposed 1,000 clients to the virus. Okay, what lawyer has got 1,000 clients though? Like this nigga must be the worst lawyer ever. Fast food is gross, go vegan. That's not gonna happen. Homemade food is better for me. You can control what goes in it to an extent, because you're not controlling. Like you're not watching how even like people make a big deal about the meat industry, but our vegetables they put a lot of chemicals in just as well, which is altering their chemical properties. You know, yes, you go to Church's Chicken. The chicken is like a thigh. It looks like a hen now. Yes, that is true. You know, but the broccoli is fucking 3 times bigger than it used to be like 20 years ago too. Now, gotta think about that shit. You know, so yes, you can control what goes into you to an extent, and then people will, I grow my own. Okay, that's cool. Did you do a sample of your soil? Because if not, you may have harmful shit in there that you shouldn't have in there. I'm just saying. You probably, doing a better job of monitoring your intake than most people, though. Shout out to you. Sodium does kill us, but we need sodium. Potassium can kill you. You drink too much potassium and don't have enough potassium, that can kill you. I mean, like, all of this shit is interdependent. We tend to look at, some things like, oh, it's more important. And people look at, if it affects your heart or your brain, it's more important. But let your kidneys die, and you'll find out how important they are. Yes, like America, like everything is like it was made for a reason. It's interdependent. I was shopping and saw Dippin' Dots cereal and Oreo cookies glazed donut flavors. Oreo cookies glazed donuts flavor. Is that one whole cereal Oreos cookies glazed donuts flavors? And what brand is that? I'm asking for a friend. That kind of sounds delicious.
Oreo flavored donut or Oreo flavored donut sandwich?
No, I think it's cereal though. Oreo cookies glazed donut flavors. So I'm trying to figure out, is it Oreo's cookies, do they have like their own flavor? Because if there's some Oreo's cookies cereal out there, put me up on it.
Yeah, it's like Oreo O's.
Oreo who?
O's.
What the fuck is an O? That's the name
like
of the
Oreo.
cereal though? Oh,
yeah.
Oreo O's. Okay, yeah, I gotta try that out.
So they got honey bun. They got honey bun cereal, like Twinkie flavor cereal. They got all types of shit now, bro.
I did not know that shit. Man, I got to expand my cereal game. Mine is trash. Let me see. Do I still got that in here? Oh, I do. We got a few minutes left, man. All right, who you got winning the trophy this year in the NBA?
I'm going Lakers.
I'm gonna have to go with the Clippers, bro. And I'll say this: if Milwaukee and the Lakers end up in the finals, I think Milwaukee is going to beat them.
That's definitely not going to happen.
I think so,
not
bro.
Going to happen, bro.
They got a
Giannis
good team
does,
here.
bro. Giannis does nothing in the playoffs. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but I don't think that I think his team has gotten better this year.
No,
Not that they made
hasn't.
a whole bunch of changes,
No,
but I think
none of them
collectively they have gotten better this year.
None of them dudes on that team ain't never put no work in no playoffs when it matters, when it counts.
And we're going to have to put a little wager on that, bro, because I actually
I
think that if those two play, I got Milwaukee. However, I think the Clippers is going to smash the Lakers, though, bro.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I do. They got a better.
playoffs,
They got the best like roster of talent.
They have a deeper team. That's it. It don't mean nothing.
I mean,
nobody on that team has done it. Like, this is the thing, right? Like, I'm not a Kawhi hater. I fuck with Kawhi hard, hard body, for
right.
and all that. But yo, if you really put it the way he accomplished last year, like, he went to a first place team. He went to a team that was already in first place before he got there. You know what I'm saying? So they were supposed to be really good. He was supposed to take them over the top. Like, he did what he's supposed to do. But he didn't do anything like super special. Like, they won the East without you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But
so,
you discount Paul George too, bro. Like,
what has Paul George done in the playoffs, bro? What has Paul George won?
Lou Williams is a beast.
What has Lou Williams won besides $6 million a year?
I mean, everybody got to win their first chip at some point.
Nobody. What I'm saying is, nobody on that team outside anybody by the name of Kawhi Leonard has a track record of putting in no work in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
But he does. And their talent around him
but what I'm saying is
good
it was
enough
a first place
to overcome that shit.
It was a first place team. It was a first place team.
I don't know, bro. Now, I got the Clippers coming out of the West.
Yeah, them niggas are gonna be hurt. Don't play all time.
Houston is trash. Like, let's don't go there with Houston. Houston is trash. Like, it just Houston will always be good enough to be considered, but never good enough to win it. And then they won't lose enough to get better players. It'll just be Harden for the rest of his career with a step back, putting up a gazillion points and losing. Unless they trade him. And honestly, I don't know what team would really, like, he's a good offensive player. I ain't hating on his defense. I ain't Giannis. But for whatever reason, like, his teams aren't as successful with him on them. I don't know what that is. Him and Westbrook seem to be working better than I anticipated, but neither one of them has really done anything, just like you were saying. And actually, James Harden has been trash in the playoffs.
Yeah, because James Harden relies on free throws, and he don't get no calls in the playoffs. His game slows down. He doesn't get to the free throw line. He's a different player. Westbrook is a dog, though. Westbrook is a dog, though. I watch.
But I don't think cats like playing with Westbrook. Like generally speaking.
I don't think Westbrook cares.
And that's the problem.
No, it's not the problem.
It is the problem.
He's great. Like, I'm great. I averaged a triple-double for 3 years. I'm great.
All right, and then how many chips he get?
Yeah, it don't matter.
I mean, if it don't matter, then it don't matter.
You criticize the Westbrook, but you'll praise the KD who did the sucker shit that Westbrook refused to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect players like Westbrook, because he stand on his morals. Don't really care what nobody say. I think, and he balls. Play both.
And you know what happened for his loyalty? That nigga got traded.
Nah, that's a fact. But I mean, he on Houston now, so it don't matter.
And he still ain't got no chip and ain't gonna get one, bro.
He's going to be the most athletic point guard the NBA's ever seen.
That may be true, and there will always be but after they go through all of those accolades. We've seen it before, bro. Like, that's not going to change because it's Westbrook.
I didn't sacrifice my soul. I ain't do no sucker shit for no championship. That's what he's going to say, and I respect him for it.
Well, that's cool. He will still be, but he's never won a championship. It'll sound good. I mean, sound bites will be dope. It'll be sweet on Twitter.
Bro, AC Green's got 7 rings. There's no way in hell AC Green is a better player than Russell Westbrook.
But you play to win the game.
And what I'm saying
You're
is
just talking about individual shit. Yes. Will he go down as one of the greatest players ever? He absolutely will. And you know what? He will be also one of the greatest players to never win a ring. He will be forever right next to Charles Barkley. That's horrible. That right there alone should motivate a nigga to want to actually get a chip. And for him to get a chip, like, he need to chill some. He should care. Like, if you on a team, you know, you should care about the opinions and thoughts of your teammates. Period. Like, if you want to be like an individual sport, go play an individual sport. There are plenty of them out there. But if you're going to be on a team, act like you're on a team. Now, you being the best player shouldn't mean that you should just completely ignore anybody's opinions, thoughts, comments, needs, or wants. That's part of being a leader as opposed to just being the best player. So those two cats, they will be satisfied to me. You know, like, I wouldn't, like, if I was a basketball player, would I want to win? I'm just a competitive cat. I want to win at Uno. So, yes, I would want to win a ring. But if it didn't happen, I wouldn't, like, kill myself when I retired. Nigga, I played in the NBA for 20 years, so I'm not knocking that.
And you made $250 million.
Exactly. Like, I'm not going to be upset. You know, I'll be disappointed that I didn't get a chip, though. You know, and the longer you live, the more you think about your legacy, and the more you'll regret maybe not making those adjustments, you know, back when you was playing, back in the day. And if he retired, he's a competitive cat. Like, I don't, you know, but sometimes you can be over competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you competing with your teammates and shit. Offset got beat up by a little baby. It's on Twitter. He got jumped. I thought you wasn't on social media, Carm Dub. And I'm not sure who the little baby cat is. I know he was in Cleveland a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know why you would name yourself Little Baby. There's a Dub Baby already. Like, the baby shit is getting too much from you, man. Can we? Why is that a popular name? And I rock. The baby is Dub Baby. I fucked that up too. Like, he got some dope shit. I rocks with him. You know, I've never heard Little Baby shit.
They both make decent songs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, apparently they just jumped Offset, and that's not cool, man. And it's so unnecessary. Like, goddamn, man. Can you appreciate the fact that you got an opportunity that other folks don't have? And y'all be getting into some fights over some goofy ass shit, man. Like, who was that? The twerk and Norb shit. I just don't understand the whole premise of that right there, bro. Like, he beat up this man. I get what he did with Slimy, and all of this is alleged. Let me put that out there. But allegedly, and we'll wrap it up in about 10-15 minutes. But allegedly, Norbs shot his shot at old boy Baby Mama, who he is no longer with. The story I kind of gathered. So Twerk,
he got two kids by her. He got two kids by her.
So they're not together.
So what? I don't care. Like, if you my man, or you ever been to my crib, you been around my kids or anything like that, and you try to holler at my people, you try to holler at my girl, my baby moms, like, yo, it's ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. Like, North's got what he deserves, man. Like that, you don't do that. You don't play with people. You don't play with people.
I don't think that they was like, well, I don't know their relationship. You know,
like
if it was my brother,
family like that.
yeah, I'd be heated or some shit like that. If somebody in
you
my
don't
circle,
play with family like that, man.
But if it's a person I know, like, is it creepy? Yeah, but I ain't with her. Like, why do I care who shoot they shot?
Because, like, nah, man.
I just don't get it. To me, that was just, not from my standpoint. I'm not fighting nobody over my ex. That's dumb. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't think they're not together. I think that, like, why is she telling them? She told him because it wasn't appropriate. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, maybe, yes, she may have thought it was creepy and was like, "What's up with your man? He's wilding."
Like, he's around. Like, he's like, yo, I'm at my baby mother's house, you know, looking through a phone and reading the messages, and like, he's around. He's with her.
Oh, well, if he's with her, that's a different story. You know, I can get where you're coming from. I don't understand the whole doing that shit out in public, where getting it filmed. You know, to me, that it just, it seemed, you know, like you made it out to be worse than it was, because it wasn't no real ass whooping either. At least from the footage I seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yes, you know, if they still together, then yeah, I can thoroughly understand why you want to take it that route. And Norb should expect that would happen if that's the case. But if y'all no longer together, bruh, like, it's creepy, yes. And I personally would just, like, not deal with you no more, unless it was strictly about me getting a check. Other than that, no. Any shit that was, you know, if you had ever come over to the crib or what, no, all of that shit stops. But at the end of the day, you like quasi my boss. Now, if he actually has him, apparently he got no pull in the URL. Because despite the creepiness of what he did, from their standpoint, they should be protecting that man, in my opinion. Like, they making it clear that a battler is more important than, like, one of our main dudes. You're supposed to be on the same level as Smack and Beasley. Let some nigga beat up Smack and see what happens. And that nigga come home and Smack have his dick in his wife's mouth. And niggas will have an excuse for Smack. And that nigga would never battle on a URL again. You and I both know that's true. Yeah, anybody. Yeah, anybody. If Twerk had did that shit to Smack, you and I both know he would never be on URL again.
Oh, yeah, but Noah's ain't Smack. So it is
that's
what
my
it
point.
is. Yeah, Noah's ain't Smack, bro. It is what it is, man. So, you know.
I mean, but shit, Norbs is just as important to the URL. People just don't give him a credit because he do goofy shit.
Good. Yeah, that's good.
You know, and he's supposed to be on equal standing as far as company-wise from outside looking in. Him, Beasley, and Smack is supposed to be, like, you know, equal. If, in fact, that is true, whether you think that, you know, like, you can still think that Norbs is a creepy motherfucker, but y'all been knew that. Don't act brand new now. But he still hold a high-ranking position in your organization. So now it look like battlers can do what the fuck they want to do. Like, Twerk is okay, but URL will go on without Twerk. I would ban that nigga for life. Like, you can't be beating up one of our owners.
No,
Unless that nigga put hands on you.
I didn't know. He's too big of a name. He draws too many views. That's what it is.
Right, but, you know what I'm saying? You just setting the precedent, though. You know, now, let's say some nigga do punch smack. I mean, you can't be like, nah, bro, you can't put me on. You ain't do shit to twerk. And then y'all look like some real bitches then. It'll look bad. You know, I would have handled it differently as far as, like, I might not have kicked him out forever, but there would definitely be some punishment that twerk would have to receive for that shit. Or you need to, you know, apologize publicly, something to that effect, you know, something. But you can't just beat up one of our owners and then go home and wait to get booked again. It's not going to work that way, bro.
They said a nigga know shitty on himself, man. It was bad. Like, he was eating a body shot, though. You know, it's a big dude, but yeah, it was a bad look all the way around. It was a bad look.
They see. Oh man, I did not know he did that.
Yeah, they said no shit on himself, man.
Oh, that's horrible. Damn, that's horrible. Oh my goodness, that's like the worst day ever for that nigga. Cause you know, I know he just had a baby. I think he married. I don't know why I'm all up in the man business, but and like I fucks with Norbs, like, you know, and I think he do good interviews and shit. But man, the old lady find out you shit on yourself and get beat up all in one 10-minute spot in your life.
Recorded.
You say it was what?
Recorded.
Yeah. You know, and wasn't they at the what was the office? Yeah, some studio.
Yeah, it was like Caffeine Studio.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Caffeine Studio. Yup. That's like, oh my God, bro. How do you go back to work? How do you get out the bed? The whole world knows I shit on myself. Like, getting beat up is one thing, bro. You know, most people, if you've had more than a couple fights in your life, one of them fights you got beat up, or you lost. Call it how you want it, whatever the case. But most people have got beat up in their life at some point. But to get beat up and shit on yourself, oh, that's horrible, bro. That is really, anyway, man. Go ahead and get your shout-outs, bro. Let me get out of here so I can go lay it down. Get up in the morning.
So, man, shout out to the government. Shout out to the gangsters. Big shout out to them Kenny Boone, man. Congratulations on Boone's Coffee, man. If you local, go out and support. Shout out to my bro Harold and his company. You're looking for CMOS, Black Tea Oil, CMOS Gel, other products that I make sure at Raw South. I'll share a link in the group. You guys check out their product, but support them as well. And holler at us next week, man.
No doubt, man. And don't forget, man, check out blackspace.com. That's BLAQ space.com. That is a black-owned social media site, man. We gotta get our Facebook nipple and Twitter nipple. Go support some brothers. Shout out to liberationmindedmedia.com. That is the family, man. Psychopathia, The Rundown with Renee, Black Hot Stand Radio, My Skin is My Sin Radio, Opinions and Assholes, Camp Cleveland, Self-Love is My Rehab, and Growing, man. Check us out. We got some merch, the podcast, all the podcasts on there. So hit us up and let us know what's up. Don't forget to check out the website, emeraldshell.com, man. And shout out to you, Carm Dub. So, yep, I think this was 2 in a row that we was able to do this and be good. No doubt. Stay black and beautiful. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. I just can't really do too much with the lot. Well, I don't want to because I'm talking